Hi friends, it's been a couple of days since I last posted a video, so I want to give you a little update on how the garden is doing. It is September 13th and now everything is starting to cool down and slow down a little bit. So what I've been doing is replacing some of my summer crops with a lot of fall vegetables. I recently got a load of wood chips and you can see here the change in color. I've been placing more wood chips over here to prevent soil erosion and to keep the water in. This last week we got 3 inches of rain here in Northern Virginia, and I'm so excited because we had had a drought for almost 5 weeks. So that week really brought in 3 inches, which recharged all of our soils, and that is perfect timing because I am doing my fall gardening now and my plants needed that rain. Let me show you how beautiful they look now after the rain. Next year I'm going to be planting more tropical plants here just to give me a tropical vibe. I also want to create a tropical look underneath that pergola that I made, so wait until next year. I just bought in some more banana plants and I bought some of the fruiting bananas. I'm going to be growing those in pots this winter, and then next spring I'm going to put them outside, and if they don't flower next year I'm going to protect them with a greenhouse or some plastic and hopefully get them through the winter, and hopefully I will get fruiting bananas here in Northern Virginia. This right here is a taro. Check out how beautiful this taro beef is. What I did is I bought the taro at the Asian grocery store and I sprouted the taro and I put it into the ground, and check out how beautiful they are. I'll be digging these up in probably a month and I will keep some of the bulbs to plant next year. This little tiny fig tree I planted here in the spring, and check this out. It had some figs already. They're starting to ripen now. This is a Chicago Hearty Fig and it has produced like 6 or so, and there's a couple left. This monster of a plant here is a Jerusalem artichoke. Check out how beautiful the flowers are. And if it looks familiar, it's because they are in the sunflower family. Oh, check this out. A bee just landed here. They just started flowering and they are so beautiful and so tall. And this produces a tuber that is edible at the bottom. Most people don't like this plant because it spreads too much, but if you just dig up the suckers, you can prevent the spread quite easily actually. And the tubers are edible. It tastes more like a crispy potato. Back here in the orchard I have these beautiful gourds. These are African drum gourds, and when they get dry the skin gets really hard and you can carve them out and use them as baskets, and these are going to be so pretty. The green bean wall is doing great. I have so many green beans here, and what I do is I let them dry and then I collect them into a basket and then I put them away for the winter. Very easy. I have a squash blooming in here, and this is great because most of my zucchini plants are dead, but these squashes are just starting to produce now. So I'm going to be able to eat squash right up until the last frost. This trellis here is where I used to have all of my tomatoes, and most of them are dead now. So I've cleared up the bed a little bit. I've cleared it and I will be adding some compost to this bed. I'm just going to let it rest for the winter. I'm not going to be planting too much stuff in here. This little plant right here, it's about 4.5 foot tall, and this is a peach tree that I planted from a seed this spring. It has grown so much in 1 year, one growing season. It has grown so much. So if you want to grow peaches, they are easy to grow from seed. Check out this bad boy right here. This is a North Georgia candy roaster. This year I only will get about 2 of these. There's another one behind the compost pile. I'll show it to you in a minute. But these guys are super tasty, just like a butternut squash. Behind the compost pile I have one of the biggest ones. One of the biggest North Georgia candy roaster for this year. That one's going to be super tasty. It's probably going to be 15-pounder. Along the fence I also have some other pumpkins growing. Check out this beautiful pumpkin. It's a Seminole pumpkin. These are tasty. We eat them with molasses. We have this solid molasses clump, and we boil them down as like a preserve. Super tasty. Here's another one. Check out the bamboo pergola that I made. My plan was to have all of this covered by green beans, but I think I planted the green beans a bit too late in the season, so I don't have too many green beans growing here. But next year you can see this whole thing will be covered in green beans, and it's gonna be so pretty. Here is the biggest pumpkin that I'll get this year. This thing is so enormous, and I'm so happy about this guy. I think I've stopped harvesting the okra now. I have way too much in storage already, and I've eaten my fill. So now I'm letting all these go to seed, and I'm gonna be selling some of those seeds if you want some of the okra seeds. This right here is my pride and joy of this year. This is a fig tree that I was gifted. I was gifted a little branch, and I rooted out the cuttings, and I planted this in 2021, and now it is maybe 10 foot tall, and it's loaded. It probably has 100 figs, and is ripening some of them now. So I am very excited about this tree because it's a heavy producer, and I'm gonna be eating lots of figs from it. Back here I have a Chicago Hearty, and this one is also ripening figs right now, and check out how beautiful that is. It will actually get much bigger than this one, so I'm excited about that. Check out this one right here. This one's already ripe. Check out that beautiful, beautiful fig. So here is a Chicago Hearty fig. I planted this fig tree when I first bought the house in September of 2020, and it produced maybe 3 of these last year, and this year it has over 100, and I've already harvested like 20 or so. So fig trees are super fast to produce, so if you haven't planted a fig tree in your house, I totally recommend it. I live in Zone 7A, Northern Virginia, and the Chicago Hearty is supposed to be hardy to Zone 5. So you can grow this even up north if you live farther north than I do. Let's crack this open and let me show you. Just check out that beautiful color on this beautiful fig. It's just amazing, and they are super sweet. They are so good. So I totally recommend you trying out the Chicago Hearty. Some people say that it's not good. I tend to disagree with them. It's very good for me. That's all for today. I just wanted to give you a quick update of my garden and how things are doing. In the next video, I want to show you how the fall crops are already growing and how they're doing. If you want to start a fall garden, you better plant it now, because you want your plants to grow really fast, and then hold that pattern until it gets too cold. Make sure you follow and that you like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.